Slippery Rock head coach Shawn Lutz, a 45-14 win over East Stroudsburg in the first round of the NCAA Playoffs. Your team bounced back in a big way from a defeat in the PSAC championship game. Really a dominant effort. You scored the final 34 points in the game and kind of shut East Stroudsburg out for the last 39 minutes or so. Just your overall thoughts today.
Well, first of all, it's been a long week. I mean, we owned it. Kutztown game last week, PSAC championship game. We got beaten all phases. It started with me. A lot of people were questioning the Rock. We were 10-0 going into the PSAC game, and people were questioning us. I give credit to East Stroudsburg, number one. Coach Twilliger, I have a lot of respect for. Those guys came out to play. But I am so proud of our football team. I'm proud of our staff. I'm proud of our players. I thought in all phases, John, I thought from offense, defense, special teams in all phases. I know you're going to talk about them. I think really what broke the game open was the fake punt. I just say, yes, do it. I can't take the credit. I give that to Coach Morella, who designed that, our special teams guy, and Kylon Wilson, man. He is dynamic. He took that to the house. I feel like that was the biggest play of the game to really help us get where we needed to go. But we're excited, because we faced adversity. I wanted to see what this team, how they would respond. And right now there's 16 teams left. We're one of 16. We're still dancing right now. And we're going to continue to work hard and do what we need to do.
And a couple things to highlight there. Last week we mentioned really kind of took it on the chin last week at Kutztown, and defensively gave up 275 rushing yards last week and couldn't get off the field on the defensive side of the ball. Really challenged the defense to step up and respond after that performance. And today they were exceptional. Really, really responded well. Shut East Stroudsburg down in the red zone a couple times today. They went 1 of 3 in the red zone, and your defense only gave up 1 offensive touchdown. They had a kick return TD, but 1 offensive touchdown against that East Stroudsburg offense. Talk about your defense.
Yeah, first of all, I got to credit Coach Rosanna, defense coordinator, Coach Bader, Coach Whitaker, Coach Dinger, Big Al. I can't miss any names this time. I don't want to get in trouble right here. I think I said everybody, but man, and Coach Skarsich. They just did a tremendous job. Everybody questioned our defense, and we played terrible. We owned it, and we haven't been great against run in the last couple games. I just really thought we did a great job of dominating the overall football game. We didn't take a lot of plays. We got key stops. I can't even tell you who was a standout on defense. I know Kyle Cudler had 11 tackles. Every time I turned around, I thought Cottrell Hatchett was in the backfield. I just thought our guys were resilient. They played really hard. They were prideful about that. And they were in some bad spots, and they made some big plays, and hats off to the defense. They literally dominated a football game.
And on the flip side, on the offensive side today, East Stroudsburg came in as the number 10 ranked rushing defense in the country, only allowing 83 rushing yards. They flat out said in their post-game press conference today, they said that their goal was to drop guys back and take away Kyle Sheets and your ability to throw the ball down the field. They didn't want the downfield plays to impact them, and they were willing to maybe risk it a little bit in the run game. And your offensive line stepped up in a big way. 287 rushing yards against the number 10 rushing defense in the country. Talk about your O-line and the way your running backs carried the ball today.
We always talk about Braden Long, Kyle Sheets, Cohen Russell, Chris Dior, Dorsey Edwards, but let's talk about the offense line. They were road graders. That's the word I got to use. I mean, we played with great tempo, and it just showed you what that group is capable of. Like you said, they're one of the top 10 in the country in run defense. I mean, they were just opening up holes, man. They were just paving the way. I mean, all running backs, I think, were 15 carries, man. And it was just awesome to see. And also, they were strong on their defensive line. And Braden Long didn't get sacked one time today. So, 49 carries for 287 yards, and I feel like our defense wasn't on the field very much. So it was good to see that dominating effort, especially, because we didn't play well against Kutztown offensively either.
Kind of a flip script from last week for you. Last week, Kutztown kind of demoralized you a little bit in terms of moving the chains on 3rd and 4th down and running the ball and keeping your offense off the field. They had a huge time of possession advantage in that game. You flipped the script today and did the same thing to East Stroudsburg. You held the ball for 36 minutes. They had it for just 24. Hard to lose a football game when you've got that kind of an advantage in time of possession. Was that the run game, or was that just the balance on the offense overall?
Well, I think it was the run game. But what I like about Coach Moulton and the offensive staff, Coach Conrad, Coach Morella, Coach Whitaker, Coach Horton, and Coach Schaefer. I don't want to miss anybody because I want to credit these guys. They work really hard. is we can tempo, we can go really fast. Most teams can only do one way or the other. And then towards the end of the game, we grind it out. We can also slow things down and still be successful. That shows you that you got a good offense right there. But it's such a demoralizing thing when you can just, for the defense, because we were on the other end of it last week against Kutztown, our defense. When you go on those long drives, I think they had 8-minute, 9-minute drives. It's tough, and they just did a great job. I think it was the most single dominant effort that I can remember in a long time by an offensive line in a big game. You know what I mean by that?
Well, looking ahead now, you're one of 16 teams left in the country. It's the third time in the last 4 years. It's the fourth time in the last 5 years that you've made it to at least the second round of the NCAA playoffs. The second longest active streak in the country for Division II teams in terms of playoff appearances. This is not new for you, going to the second round of the playoffs again this year. I know the goals for the program are high. You're going to undefeated number 1 seed Tiffin next week. Where's the focus of the team going into the second round?
I just think we got a really good team, and I don't want to waste it. We have big goals. Our goal is to compete for a national championship. We're just not happy or content just winning one playoff game. The way we look at it, we're still dancing. We'll enjoy it tonight, but we're going to go into Tiffin, and we expect to win. I think anybody can win this region. I think it's wide open, but we think we got a pretty darn good football team. Tiffin is the number 1 seed. They're undefeated. It'll be a big test on the road. We're going to be road warriors, but we're going in to win this region, and we're excited about that opportunity, and we're going to do everything we can. And it's going to be awesome over Thanksgiving holiday sharing with the team. There's nothing better than that.
Well, 11-1 on the year, Coach. Another playoff victory. Perfect 7-0 record at home this year. Congrats.
Thank you, and go Rock.